Beetroot's distinct colour and flavour is immediately recognisable, and you probably know it's a healthy food that's high in fibre, vitamins and minerals. It's naturally low in calories and high in fibre, but it's the vitamins and minerals where the real story is told. One surprising fact is it's high in vitamin C, something usually more associated with citrus fruits, and this contributes to immunity and skin health. It's also high in another vitamin, B9, also known as folate or folic acid, and this is used all over the body, supporting the red blood cell production and reducing inflammation. One more important nutrient that's abundant in the beetroot is manganese, and this is used in the creation of one of the more powerful antioxidants in the body, and also a reducer of inflammation. Alongside this, there's plenty of iron, phosphorus, and potassium. Beetroot can enhance the health of your heart and blood vessels. For men, heart disease and cardiovascular complications are one of the biggest health risks, causing strokes, heart attacks, and atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries and vessels. Beetroot is high in chemicals called nitrates. In the body, they get converted into an important compound called nitric oxide. The nitric oxide causes the blood vessels to relax and to dilate. With the wider and looser blood vessels, the blood is pumped around the body at a lower pressure, and this puts less strain on the heart and the more delicate capillaries, like in the brain and in the lungs. One small study found that nitric oxide levels increased by 20% after 45 minutes of taking beetroot juice. The direct link between beetroot and lower blood pressure has been tested. A 2012 study found drinking 500 grams of beetroot and apple juice lowered the systolic blood pressure, especially in men. Reports also indicate that this effect seems to be greatest with raw or juiced beetroot. It's estimated roughly 5% of 40-year-old men have complete erectile dysfunction, and that percentage grows as they age. It's still, unfortunately, something that has a lot of stigma attached to it. With a problem that's known to have complex causes, both mental and physical, the beetroot may be something that can help. There's been a lot of focus on the effects of high blood pressure on erectile dysfunction. The link seems intuitive. Increased blood pressure can damage the vessels in the delicate soft tissue in the penis. This link has been observed in research, with more severe forms of erectile dysfunction sometimes being associated with hypertension. So the vessel dilation effect of the previously mentioned nitric oxide might indeed assist with the erectile dysfunction. The thinking goes, if the high blood pressure causes the dysfunction, then the blood pressure lowering effects of the beetroot can support the sexual wellness. Even with high pressure, increasing the blood flow around the body can help to stimulate things, not only in the body but also in the mind. When we get an infection or an illness, the body reacts by creating white blood cells to fight off the foreign cells. When those white blood cells continue to fight after the problem has cleared up, often attacking the healthy cells, that's when chronic inflammation occurs. For men, this can happen for a number of reasons, mainly lifestyle reasons or injury, but it's been linked to some dangerous diseases, like certain cancers, pancreatitis, asthma, and even depression. Inflammation can become more serious and prevalent as we age, but beetroot might be a natural support against its effects. The chemicals that are responsible are called betalains, the same ones that give it its red colour. There's still more research to be done, but what's been conducted so far has been promising. One study found the betalains promoted improvements in inflammation when it came to osteoarthritis patients, with another finding it improved markers of liver injury and inflammation caused by particular chemicals. There's even research showing how they can protect against certain types of cancer cells. Roughly 1 in 8 men have a common mental health problem, like anxiety, depression, or bipolar disorder. Naturally, these are extremely complex conditions, and they have a range of causes and factors that dictate their severity. It might seem surreal that the beetroot could be able to support mental health, but there's a small amount of research pointing in that direction. There's some evidence that nitric oxide is also used in the brain. Specifically, decreased levels of nitric oxide can affect neurotransmitters in the brain negatively, potentially leading to previously mentioned mental illnesses. One study found those with genes that cause variants of normal nitric oxide production instead of standard genes are more vulnerable to depression. So the thinking is, with the increased levels of nitric oxide gained from beetroot, the chemistry in the brain can be normalized. There's also reports that the nitric oxide can possibly help with Alzheimer's disease, which is characterized by blood vessel damage in the brain. To make the most out of the vegetable, eat it with as little preparation as possible. If juicing, allow it to sit for 10 to 15 minutes before drinking. For men, there's more to beetroot than just a colourful addition to your diet. On the atomic scale, there's chemical processes happening after its ingestion, and these can have small but tangible effects all over the body, specifically in areas where men are often more at risk, like cardiovascular health, mental health, and sexual health. And that's without even mentioning how it's high in fibre and vitamins. To learn about herbs, supplements, and natural treatment plans, check out my website.